Here's everything I picked up this week. Starting with toys, I got my pre-orders in for Deadshot here and Adam Strange, both from McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Collector Edition. Deadshot I was looking forward to in this line, and it brings me one step closer to having a completed Secret Six. I doubt that Todd is going to make Scandal, Knockout, and a Ragdoll. That's who I'd like for my Secret Six, so we'll probably have to do customs for those three. Then I am a fan of Strange Adventure by Tom King, and I also enjoy Adam Strange in the Starman series, and here he is. He is on that basic Booster Gold Blue Beetle body, and while I like the faceplates, he doesn't scream deluxe. The price points in this line are weird and inconsistent. Then for my girlfriend, I bought her a Rainbow Brite this week. This was one of her favorite childhood shows, and this thing comes packed with a surprising amount of articulation. It has, what does it say? It has double jointed elbows and knees, which caught me off guard. And it has 29 points of articulation. So I'm curious what those are. She'll be opening this up at some point. Then I also was able to find this Professor X out in the wild at GameStop. I think it was Target exclusive in the States. I do not know. So this Professor X is gonna end up in my hover chair in my Jim Lee X-Men display, and then I'm gonna put that suited Professor X in a wheelchair that I have from a 2-pack of movie Professor X and movie Magneto, and then he's gonna go in my Illuminati, who I'm gonna be putting together. And then my friends at 204 Comics were kind enough to give me a box full of toys. So this is a comic book long box, and it's just a bunch of random things they had around the shop. This is a fun little box. Let's see what's inside. First, I pulled out the Marvel Legends Malekith from the Cull Obsidian wave. This Malekith is one of the few Marvel Legends to have more of a knightly shoulder armor and stuff, so he's great for D&D type customs. Oh, and then from what is considered the Dark Ages of Marvel Legends, here is the first Hasbro Emma Frost and the X3 Last Stand Beast. Wow. So an exciting thing for these though is I now have just picked up here and there, have all the pieces of an Annihilus Build-A-Figure save for the head. So I'm gonna track that down. Then I'll have a completed Annihilus, because I especially don't think that Marvel Select Annihilus is going to end up coming out now with them going bankrupt and everything. So that is unfortunate, but I'll have an Annihilus at least. So Cyclops is my favorite X-Man, and here is the Marvel Select, speaking of them, Cyclops. This will be a fun one to have. Then the Marvel Legends time travel suit Captain America. This shield is going to go on a comic cap, and it is going to replace one of the effect shields they've been doubling down on. And then is the DC Bombshell for Batgirl. I have the Harley Quinn Bombshell, and that's the only other Bombshell figure I have, but these are pretty neat. They have good accessories, and she'll look good with the goggles on. Happy to have this. And then finally, in this box, is Miles and Spider-Man from Spidey and His Amazing Friends. Now, I'm oddly excited for these because Spidey and His Amazing Friends, that counts as a different universe in the Spider-Verse, the Spider-Verse multiverse. And I have the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon Spider-Man in there, so now I might as well have Spidey and His Amazing Friend in there. And they're a little smaller, so they scale well with Legends, kind of. So this will be fun. Little Easter egg in my Spider-Verse display. Thanks again to 204 Comics for this little loot box. And also, this last week, look at my jacket. It's a new X-Men style bomber jacket, like Frank Quietly's new X-Men. I got it from Destructo Disc Design, and I am pretty excited about it. Because now, I look super cool and fashionable, and everyone will respect me. This is gonna be my main jacket for going out from now on. Let me know if you wanna see a post of me fully modeling this jacket, because I'll rock it. Finally, for comic books, I have Ultimate Spider-Man issue 17, Red Sonja vs. Army of Darkness issue 2, G.I. Joe issue 7, Void Rivals issue 19, The Power Fantasy issue 9, Justice League Unlimited issue 7, part 5 of the We Are Yesterday crossover. Green Lantern 23, Superman 26, Absolute Martian Manhunter issue 3, Batman 160, part of Hush 2, which has been abysmal so far, Predator vs. Spider-Man issue 2, really liked issue 1 of this, looking forward to reading issue 2 now. And then Avengers 26, I have been enjoying this little arc of Sam fending off the Masters of Evil from the Avengers base, the city. Then for trades, I got some good marketplace finds this week. So for $10 each, I got the entirety of Greg Rucka's first Wonder Woman run. And it was first come, first serve, and me and Xander unknowingly were both messaging the guy, and I got there before Xander did, so I scooped him on these. And then I got also from Marketplace, these were $5 each. It is Doom Patrol by Grant Morrison, Book 1, and Superman Red Sun. Those are some great Marketplace deals. So there's everything I picked up this week. Let me know what you're reading and what you want to see reviewed first. Now to discuss last week's comic releases. So Ryan North has been killing it on Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four has been without a good run for a while now. I know Dan Slott's run does have its fans, but it was not for me. But Ryan North's, it's a lot of fun. And I like how individual members of the family, like the kids especially, get their own issues to shine and have adventures. This one was a Valeria issue, and she just got to do her science thing. It was good stuff. It was adventurous and a good tie-in to One World Under Doom. Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu by Jed McKay is also continuing. Just some great stuff from Jed McKay's Moon Knight run. And spoilers for this one, Moon Knight gets a magic sword because he's talking to Khonshu and he's like, but Khonshu, what is a knight without a sword? And Khonshu's like, damn, you're right. And then he gets Moon Knight this sword and it's pretty cool. This one had Hulk and Thor fighting, and it talked about how they're always fated to be battling. And I like this comic when I'm reading it, but then I kind of forget about it when I put it down. Another Fire issue of the Ultimates. Iron Lad Tony Stark is now fully back in it, and they have only a few months until the makers return. This issue of X-Men was just okay. So Superman Unlimited here. This was by Dan Slott, and it was kind of a bad first issue. For new readers, it was probably great because it just went through Superman's history and whatever, his timeline, and I do appreciate just solidifying what his timeline looks like right now. And then the Crypto came in, and he of course looks like movie Crypto now, so that was kind of funny. But there's only like 2 or 3 pages. This is an exercised issue, and there's only a few pages of actual story happening that's not recap of Superman's life. And it didn't have the promised Gorilla Greg, who I am much looking forward to. Daytona continues to be fantastic. I'm upset that this didn't get picked up to be an ongoing, because that's what DC's been doing with a lot of these minis. They sell really well, they become an ongoing, and that did not happen for Zaytana, it seems, so that is a bummer. This issue of the We Are Yesterday crossover from World's Finest, things did pick up a little. Robin and Nightwing, like Dick Grayson, Robin and Nightwing, they shake hands and then they swap places, proper places in the time stream. So Alfred is dead in current continuity, but Batman, Superman, and Nightwing travel to the past where Alfred was alive. They see Alfred, and then they don't say anything significant to him, but Batman's like, "You're right, Superman. Even the slightest thing can notify Alfred of what's to come." So I think they're gonna use that to resurrect Alfred. Mark my words, Alfred's coming back this year. Fantastic issue of Wonder Woman by Tom King. People online like to hate on this, but it is a fantastic series, and if they're hating on it, I don't think if they're hating on it, it's either two things: they're not reading it or they don't understand it. And that is my hot take. Wonder Woman is strong in this, and she had a good power feat of being able to resist her lasso, and I thought that was cool. She did her own little detective deductions. So she was the Sherlock here, and Batman was more her Watson. I liked that dynamic, because Batman got taken down by Zeus in the previous issue, so Wonder Woman had to go out and investigate on her own with just advice from Batman every here and there. And it was a good issue.